and suddenly dropped like insane. Just a sec, the music started being played, and right now it's back again, and right now I should not be facing any issue. So let's continue from here on and revise the things of Mongoose and all, like Mongoose aggregation. Just wanted to revise that once and before actually sleeping, because I can't really sleep if I haven't revised that today. Crazy, but yeah, what is the use of having attention and then sleeping? It's better to just get rid of the like extra stuff in the mind that's there, and then simply go ahead. By the way, as for now, I will be first of all going through everything that I've learned so far on MongoDB, and after that I have to go through the project. That is it, right? That's the main thing right now. So if I actually have a look over here inside my important topics, if I go and if I go to MongoDB, these are the things that I have learned so far, and mainly the important things are inside this. By the way, I will be revising it in a couple of days. For now it should be fine, right? I mean, most of the things are already understandable, so I'm not gonna be talking much about them. Mainly the new thing that is here, that is about this $mesh, $group, $multiply and all. Again, these things are easy, so I'm not even gonna be talking about them right now. The basic aggregation, I can say that is done. Just yesterday whatever I learned, I will be simply revising them right here. So the first thing that I learned yesterday, that is something called $lookup. So this is mainly used for looking up the data. So if you wanna get the data from the other collections and all, and then use that at the same place, over there you will be using this particular thing. That's fine, I mean, it should be understandable. So this lookup is used, and especially in this this is the from field. Over here you will be entering the collection name. This is the local field. You will be entering the local you can have any local field, but that local field should be matching to the foreign field as well. Only then you will be able to get them. So just make sure that local field will be from the local document, foreign field will be the from foreign document, but at the end they are gonna be compared. And this is the variable name that you will be getting it as. That's it. So this particular thing gets done from here on. And just after that I learned something about out. This out simply creates a new collection. If you use this, a new collection will be created. Then I learned something called $add fields. So add fields simply add new fields in the pipeline, so it's easy to understand, and again easy to use as well, so no need to worry about that. Just after that I learned about $replace root. This $replace root mainly replaces your old root with the new root that you actually give it. So again, I will not be talking about them because yesterday I talked about these things much. It's all about having just a quick revision of everything that I just learned yesterday. After that I have something called sample. This sample simply gives me the sample of the documents. You can decide the number of the documents you want to get. Suppose I'm getting 2 documents over here, and you will be getting those documents randomly, so it's just gonna be like that. So I can say sample, just sample will simply give you the sample, right? It's simply as easy as it sounds. Then I have something called sub pipelines. So over there facet is used. Facet is used for mainly creating sub pipelines, and those sub pipelines will simply result the data, and you will be simply storing the data of those sub pipelines in a variable and all. By the way, over here I will be using facet for that. So this thing is also done. Just after that I have something called redact. Redact is mainly used for hiding. Hiding in the sense on the basis of some query you will use if else statement, and on the basis of that thing you will be hiding some of the documents. So suppose there are many documents and you don't want to get some of them, then you can just simply check whether this particular field if this particular condition gets true, then I will be pruning them, otherwise I will be descending them. Descending in the sense I will be showing them, pruning in the sense I will not be showing them. So that was it that I actually learned about I learned in aggregation. And what I think that this much should be enough for now. In future, if I need to know more about aggregation, I'll be coming back and start learning about it. For now it is almost done. There are 2 more things that I just actually left yesterday, and those things were like let me get rid of this. Let's go till the end. At the end over here I have some remaining stuff, especially 2 things I just left from here. One of the things is something called $graph lookup, and the another one is the $bucket. Groups documents into a bucket based on specified ranges or conditions. It is useful for creating histograms or categorizing data into distinct groups. this would categorize documents into buckets on salary range. So there is something called bucket that I can create, and group by salary first of all, and then I'm giving it the boundaries. Okay, these are the boundaries. On the basis of those boundaries, it will be grouping them. And then default is gonna be other. What is this? I have no idea. Output is gonna be count, and first of all it groups them. Done. Default is going to be other, and then output is gonna be count and dollar sum. So I think even this is understandable. At the end of the day, I'm just simply returning this particular output, and I'm just simply counting the documents. And so document with the range 50 is 1, document with the range this is 2, and all. So this is how it simply goes on. So yeah, I don't really need to worry about it. I can even simply copy and paste these things. Dollar bucket is, again, it is used for keeping the things together in a certain range of boundary and all, just like that. So let's even keep it at the end of the day, because it is easy to understand. So if we have the knowledge of these things, so we will be able to use it in future, right? So that is why I'm gonna be just keeping it here. And okay, should be fine. Control V. Let's simply paste it here, and let's search dollar bucket directly. So dollar bucket in aggregation. I will be just learning a little more about it. That's it. No, it's not like I'm gonna be having a I'm gonna be in what going through it all, but at least I should have overall idea about it. So let's simply have a look at this. It is simply used for bucketing. The bucketing, is this a new word that I created? Okay, so over here you will have your expression, you will have the boundaries, okay, lower boundary 2 and all. You will have default, the literal, and output, okay, what all values you're gonna get. And this is how we will be going ahead. By the way, boundaries default gonna be literal, and those literals can be anything, that's fine. But okay, overall I know this thing, that bucket does actually this thing. In future, if I find it somewhere being used, I will come back and learn more about bucket, and this is how I will go ahead. By the way, by default it is other, that's great. Let's even have a look at this. Field group by boundaries for the buckets, bucket ID for documents which do not fall into a bucket, output for the bucket. So output is bucket ID for documents which do not fall into a bucket. Other if there's something that does not fall into the bucket, the bucket ID for those documents is gonna be this. Okay, fine. Don't really need to dig deeper into it right now, because I'm not even sure whether I'm gonna be using this, but at least I should have the knowledge. So this thing is done. Lastly, I have one more graph lookup. Performs a recursive search on a graph like data structure. It is commonly used to traverse hierarchical or tree-like structures in documents, like those representing organizational hierarchies. Assuming a hierarchical structure with a manager field, this would perform a recursive search to build a reporting hierarchical. I hope this is how it is pronounced for each employee. So let's even check the pronunciation of it. I would like to even check that, so that next time onwards I don't pronounce it bad, because this time it's been really bad. Pronunciation. Hierarchy, yeah. Hierarchy. Wow. Hierarchy. So this is pronounced as hierarchy. Hierarchy. And the another thing is that this is the word that I have. Let's even go to that. Hierarchical, something like that. Never mind. Let's check this thing out as well. So hierarchical. Okay, hierarchical. This is how I can pronounce it. So hierarchical, and so ultimately hierarchical, and then this is the one, hierarchy, and one more hierarchical is this, the one that I have. That's it. Okay, so this is how I will be pronouncing it. And what am I doing over here? A dollar graph lookup from the employees starts with manager and all. I mean, this is something that I have. What will I be doing here? I will be doing, even I will not be checking this thing out. I mean, let's leave it for now. because I don't know when I'm gonna be using it. Whenever I need more things, I will be learning them whenever they are required. So overall, I have the basic knowledge of it. That's more than enough, if I'm not wrong. The next thing is that the project that I was working on, and that project was related to next auth, and that project must be where. Let's go to that particular project that I was going. So over there, I used Next.js. So let's I used aggregation. So first of all, let's understand that, and after that we are gonna be going ahead with other things as well. So projects, and that was the project on Next.js, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I mean, I'll even have to go through that. So over here, to feedback, this was the application, by the way. Let's simply open it with the code, and over here in this application, actually in this app, I must say, I actually used aggregation. So in order to just have a look at that, let's go to source and let's go to blah. Where could I have kept that? I'm using Next.js, that is for sure. In Next.js, where I mean it is directly used, if I'm not wrong. So let's go to here, and API. Inside API, I have many routes over here, so I'll have to check all of them. But let's start checking them one by one. First one is the accept message, and it turns out that I will have to go through them one by one, and then I will get to know exactly where that's being used. It's okay, not really a big problem. Then I have something called the signing page. Okay, as for the signing page, I will be taking care of it later on. Inside this API, I have many routes, and one of the routes is accept messages. It is mainly used for accepting the messages and all. So why not, let's simply have a look at this from the beginning. So first one is the post request that I have, that will be mainly used for posting the messages. So first of all, get server session auth options. Wow. There is something called get server session, and I give it auth options. Where this auth option coming from? This auth option comes from auth next auth options. So auth and the next auth options. Auth. This is the auth file. And then next auth. Update import sign. Okay, do that. Imports auth options. These are the auth options that I have. I will actually have to go through next auth properly in the right way, but overall, okay, let's do one thing. This was the interface, so I don't get the error. This was the interface that I actually created, and I can even uncomment it, right? Never mind. So first of all, I'm creating the auth options. Inside the auth options, I'm actually giving it the providers and all. But okay, the thing is that it's good to go through all these things, but I will be going through them tomorrow. Don't really have lots of time today. So let's focus on the most important thing. Ultimately, the place where I'm actually using aggregation. So aggregate, aggregate. Let's check that thing out. Exactly where this is being used, and this is being used over here. Let's try to understand what's being mentioned here. So the first thing is the aggregate. First of all, I'm matching based on the user ID. After that, I'm unwinding them based on the messages. So first of all, I got all the users. Okay. After that, on the basis of the messages, I unwinded them. After that, I'm sorting them based on the creation, date creation, message create, and at the end of the day, I'm grouping. And what all I'm getting the ID. On the basis of ID, first of all, I'm grouping them. And after that, I'm just getting the messages over here, and messages are gonna be pushed inside an array and all the messages. So the overall use of this particular aggregation is to just get the messages from all the users, as simple as that. And this is easy to understand, so we don't really need to worry about it. The main goal was to learn about aggregation, and right now, as we are able to understand the code that's been written here, more than enough. And from tomorrow onwards, I will actually start working on this particular project. So it's been pending for a long time. Tomorrow onwards, I'll actually start working on it, and let's complete it within 2 days, if I'm not wrong. Today and tomorrow it will be done, because of course then I have to remake that. So let's see. I'll try to get it done within a week and all. So let's close this. This is one of the things, and there's been another project, and if I actually try to show you that, where I actually used aggregation a long time ago. I actually built that, and Where will I find that? I have no idea. VidTube, I think this was the one. What is this MongoDB introduction? Nothing is here. Close this, delete that. And inside this I must have used VidTube. It's all about YouTube related stuff. So over here I must have used aggregation. So let's open this. Even this was pending because of MongoDB only. MongoDB aggregation. So right now, as I have learned MongoDB aggregation, so I'm going to be getting the previous projects done that were actually pending because of this only. So if I actually go to controllers, and inside the controllers, if I actually have a look at the user controllers and all, and then video controllers, so I had better just simply Control Shift E, because Control Shift F actually. Let's just simply aggregate. Can't really go through the whole project right now. This is the first one, not really done. Then user, let's go to the user controller over here. Where am I using aggregate? Wait. Okay, so over here I'm using aggregate. Let's see what's being done over here. So first of all, what I'm doing, that I'm matching on the basis of the usernames. That's fine. Once I got my documents, then what I'm saying, that I'm looking up the data from the subscription too. So first of all, because this aggregation is being applied on the user, so from the user I'm looking for them. I'm looking for the subscriptions as well. So from subscriptions, that's fine. Local field is gonna be the ID, that is the ID of the user, and foreign field is gonna be the channel. So in the channel section, ultimately in the subscription there is something called channel, and over there this ID must be saved, and that is why these two things are gonna be matched, and then I'm getting them as subscribers, and that is fine. Let's clear it whether whatever I'm thinking that is exactly right or not. So first of all, I need to go to, come on, let's go through this one. One more thing. Let's go to subscriptions model over here. Inside subscription model I have channel. This channel is actually referencing to the object ID. This channel is an object ID that references to the user. That means channel is some user's ID, and if I'm actually foreign ID is the channel and local field is ID, then they are gonna be compared. If they match, I will be getting the subscribers, and I'm just getting the result as subscribers only. So yeah, this is fine. So from here, what will happen? From here I will get every I will get the data of the user. Apart from that thing, I will get the subscribers of that particular user. So this thing is done. Once I got that much data, then what am I doing over here? Not only that, I'm looking up for this data, that's fine. After that, I'm looking up another data. What am I doing over here? From subscriptions, ID, subscriber, and subscribe to. Again over here I'm getting the subscribers, so it is understandable. ये हितेश चौधरी वाला प्रोजेक्ट है क्या? Yeah, that is right. Long time ago, he actually covered it on Udemy course, if I'm not wrong. I even forgot where he covered that. But he it's not like he completed it. Most of the things he completed. Remaining things were up to the students, like how much they can do. But at that time I didn't know about aggregation well, so I left it. Now I understand it, so it's time to just simply work on all the previous things and get it done. It's just like that. Alrighty, let's continue. And then there is something called dollar fields. Okay, dollar add fields. So first of all, I've got all the subscribe to, and then even from here I got all the subscribers. I got all the content related to the user. So the user information, the subscribers information, and subscribe to information. Once I've got that, then I'm actually creating add fields. Ultimately, using this particular operator, I'm adding the fields. So I already got lots of information so far, and then I'm adding some of the more fields inside that particular data that I already have. So I'm adding subscribers count, and that's pretty simple. I'm just getting the size of the subscribers. Then channel subscriber to count. Again, I'm getting the size. I'm getting the size of subscriber to array. So this is fine. I mean, nothing hard in it. And after that, is subscribed. Okay, this is the condition that I'm gonna be using over here. So mainly, yeah, we can use the condition here. So is subscribed is gonna be again another field that I'm gonna be adding, and I'm checking what is the condition. The condition is gonna be this. If it is true, then this will happen. Otherwise, this will happen. By the way, it will return true. Okay, so whatever is going to be returned, that will be assigned to this particular is subscribed, and that is even fine. So if $in checks whether something is inside this particular array or not. So what I'm doing over here, request just a sec, request.user.id subscribers of subscriber, request.user id. Okay, where am I getting this from? Do I have, okay, this is the request, right? I must have the request over here. Yeah, this is the request. So inside the request I already have the user, so the id of the user is in subscribers.subscriber. Subscribers is the array dot subscriber. This is insane. I'll actually have to look at the overall what is that thing called? That thing is called the schema of it, and then I will be able to understand this thing. But one thing is clear, that subscribers is actually a field, and because of that thing I'm using dollar over here. This is not a variable. And subscribers.subscriber, so there must be a subscriber field inside that particular array if I'm not wrong, and then over there I will get the subscriber and all. By the way, I will be checking this particular thing. Definitely subscriber is actually gonna be the ID, so this particular ID is in this, or it can be an array as well, so I'll have to check this. The first value is in the second one or not. Yeah, that's right. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the subscription model. Not subscription model, I think this is the one. And the subscription model, inside that I have a subscriber, and subscriber is the ID, right? And what am I doing over here? First of all, I am getting all these subscribers. Where did I get them? And subscribers, I got them from here. This is actually an array of all the subscribers, and all those subscribers have this subscription model where there is a subscriber and there is a channel, and subscriber is the actually ID of the subscriber, and channel is the channel that person has subscribed to, if I'm not wrong. Subscriber schema object user, and schema object user, one who is subscribing, one to whom subscriber is subscribing. So this is the subscriber, this is the channel whom the subscriber has actually subscribed. Crazy. So I got subscriber. This is actually an array of all the objects, and inside those objects there is a field called subscriber. So I'm just simply checking that subscribers.subscriber. That means I will be getting the IDs over here, ultimately IDs of the subscribers, and then I'm simply checking whether the ID of the user is in that particular I mean it is equals to one of the subscribers ID or not. If it is equals to true, then I'm returning true over here, otherwise I'm returning false here. So subscriber count, subscriber to count, and is subscribed. What does this mean? Maybe a YouTuber can subscribe itself. Like, why am I having this field over here? First of all, inside subscribers I will get all the subscribers, and then I'm simply checking that the subscriber ID that is there in that particular object, whether that is equals to user ID. If it is equals to user ID, then I'm simply saying that it's subscribed to true. That means a YouTuber can subscribe to himself, and that is why I'm having this particular field, and that is why even I'm comparing it over here. So if a YouTuber subscribed his own channel, at that time this is gonna be true, otherwise it is gonna be false. Okay, so this much is done. So even I added some of the fields. So I got all the I got the information about the user, I got all the subscribers, I got all the subscribed to things, ultimately all the channels he has subscribed to. Then I got subscriber count, subscribed to count, and even is subscribed, like whether he has subscribed to himself or not. After that I'm projecting the data. What all I'm projecting? I want my full name, again coming from the user data, username, user data, avatar, user data, subscribed count, subscribers count I added, channel subscriber count to I added, is subscribed I added, cover image coming from the user, and email coming from the user. Understandable? Easy peasy. I mean, this is not hard now. It was a nightmare for me once upon a time. Right now, once you know the aggregation thing, so you start understanding, okay, this is how it's working and all, and fine. I don't even know in which particular course I covered it. Seriously, it's been so long that I even forgot the course name. I just have my project, that's it, done. Control Shift F, but never mind. Let's go through that. and the another aggregation is going to be this. And over here what am I doing? Don't stop, brother. Definitely it's never gonna stop. This is the another aggregation. The best thing is that after learning aggregation, I'm getting such a project to work with. Over here aggregation is being used the most in every query. So this is gonna be the best practice ever. By the way, let's try to understand what is happening over here. So I have user model and I'm using aggregate over here. First of all, I'm matching it. That's easy peasy, nothing hard. So it will just simply give me the matched data. After that, I'm looking for the data. From where I'm looking for the data, I'm looking from the videos. By the way, this must be get watch history. So okay, it will return me the watch history. So from videos, local field is gonna be the watch history. That means the user will have let's even check that. Control Shift E. Can you please tell something about app development in Flutter? Bro, I don't have any idea about that. App development. Like I have never ever tried to learn app development. It is back in my mind. Once I'm done with this particular front end, like full stack, then DevOps, AI and all, I will give time to app development and all, so that I can just build both the things at the same time. But right now I have no idea. Sorry for that. I wish I knew. Okay, let's continue from here on. By the way, let's have a look at videos schema. So this is the schema of the video. The good thing is that I have commented most of the things down over here, so it's gonna be easy to understand. So I have video file, I have thumbnail, I have title, I have description, duration and whatnot, views, blah 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 blah, so many things. Let's try to understand them one by one. First of all, I'm looking up from the videos. That's fine. Local field is gonna be watch history. So local field is gonna be coming from the users schema. So user schema is this, and over here I must have something called watch history. This is the watch history, and watch history is gonna be actually a string. Okay, sorry, it is gonna be an array. That is what I just missed it. Any future scope? App development does have future scopes, because most of the people, whether you realize it or not, but everybody uses apps. Okay, it's not like you may have a laptop or not, that is a question mark, but you will definitely have a mobile. So yeah, creating app development does have a future. But the thing is that if you are really good at it, you will get jobs and you will even get lots of opportunities. So you need to be really good at it. As for the scope, no, everyone uses apps, right? You yourself use apps, and everybody, whoever has the mobiles and all, they use apps. So yeah, it does have a future. So watch history is gonna be the array. So what am I saying over here? That this watch history should match the ID of the foreign field, of the video. So this watch history is actually gonna be array. So all the values inside this particular array should match the ID of those foreign fields. So let's actually have a look at the video model, and it does have it is going to have an ID by default, not really a big problem. Then I will be getting the document. So I will be getting the watch history. Again, this is gonna be array. So this is actually an array, and this array is being compared to this. Again, things the comparisons thing actually gets done in the background, so don't worry about that. Okay. After that, as watch history, so I will be getting my data. Once I got my data as watch history, I'm using another pipeline over here. Wow, this is also possible. Didn't know that inside the lookup you can actually use a pipeline inside this. Having said that, once this much is done, after that what am I do? What the hell? Once I got all the watch histories related to that particular user, after that I'm using another pipeline inside that. Good to know that inside a lookup I can use another pipeline. Okay, inside that I'm looking up again, and this time I'm from the users. Once I have the watch history of the user, after that from users. Why am I getting from users when I'm already on users over here, user model? But never mind, let's see what is happening over here. So from users, local field is gonna be owner. Local field is owner. So owner, let's have a look at this user model. Turns out I'll have to go through everything. I have username, I have email, I have full name, avatar, watch history, password, refresh token and all. That's it. I do not have an owner over here. So where is this owner coming from? password, cover image, avatar, full name, email, username. So from users, local field is going to be honor. So local field must be in the history. So watch history, that means video, comment, like, playlist, subscription, tweet, user, video. So inside video I must have the honor. Yeah, I do have the honor. And definitely some it's definitely tricky. It is not easy peasy thing you are I mean coping with this aggregation stuff. So I got my watch history, that is fine. And then dollar lookup from users honor. How is honor a local field over here? And when I'm actually getting the watch history, so I'm getting it from the video. So this is the model that I have, and in that case, based on the ID of this particular video, I'm getting the history. That's fine. That means I am getting the list of the videos over here. That's right, I'm getting the list of the videos that are in the watch history. And once I got the list of the videos, then that particular video section is actually being the default field over here, ultimately default document section. And this pipeline is actually being used on watch history. And what does watch history contain? Watch history actually contains lots of videos, and those videos, they have honors, honor field inside them. So that's what I'm checking, that from users first of all, and then local field honor. The local field is honor. That honor's ID should be equals to the foreign ID, and I will be getting that as honor. Another pipeline. So what I did, first of all, I got all the watch history related videos. After that, on the basis of those watch histories honor, honors ID, I got the real honors name, real honors data. And after that I used another pipeline. I just hope there could be an easier way. There is definitely an easier way, that okay, you got the watch history, after that create another pipeline. Do not create a sub pipeline, and over there use watch history as an input, right? And this can be actually done too. So I will be even digging deeper into it. So inside that you have another pipeline, and now you only have the data of the user related to the watch history and all. So you can just simply get a full name, username, avatar. One thing I didn't get. What didn't get? This is not over yet. मैंने सोचा था खत्म हो गया. But this is not over yet. This thing gets over here. This pipeline that I actually created just after that. So I got all the watch histories. Okay, on the basis of the honor of the watch history, I got the user information. So I looked up the user details, and after that I just projected the user details. I could have done one more thing. Instead of creating this pipeline over here, I could have created instead of creating this sub pipeline, I could have created just a normal pipeline, and I could have done the work. But okay, never mind, this is also a way. So at least now I know that inside lookup you can create more and more pipelines as per need. Wow. So this thing is done. After that, once I got the user information related to the history of the video, after that this pipeline gets over. Then I'm adding fields using a pipeline. Then honor, the data from this pipeline came here. The honor is gonna be equals to $first, $honor. The $honor that I actually got from here. Really, am I missing something? Hi Shivam Pandey, how are you? Yeah, I mean, it will be fun to work with this project. I like the complexity of it, really. Back in time I avoided this, but this time I will get it done anyhow. By the way, this honor first field, yeah, by the way, the honor from this watch history is being used over here as well. So first of all, I used honor inside this particular field over here for getting the user's information, and after that I'm using the same honor here to just give me the information of the first honor. This first will return me the first document. So there can be many documents, as I'm just getting an array over here. So I just want the first owner's details, and that's it. And once I have that, so this field is actually added, and once this field is added, so at the end of the day I will be getting what? I will be getting full name, username, avatar, and I will be getting the owner's details and all. I had come now. Glad to see you. Please read the content. What we are studying? Well, nothing. Just learnt about aggregation and all. So after learning aggregation, I just wanted to go through some content that actually uses the aggregation so that I can have deeper understanding on this particular topic. It's just like that. अरे यार अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ. This aggregation is crazy. Never mind. This is gonna be insane, really insane. But yeah, it's gonna be a good practice. So from here, what I got, this is the first pipeline. I matched it, and this is the second pipeline. Inside there, first of all, I'm getting the watch history. On the basis of the watch history, I'm actually getting the full name, username, and avatar. And this is the first thing. And in the second one, I'm actually adding honor field. So full name, last name, avatar plus honor I will be getting. So I got this much stuff from here. And after that, once this much is done, so this particular pipeline is done. After that, I have another pipeline over here. What I'm doing over here, I'm looking up from the videos. Local field is gonna be watch history again. Local field is going to be watch history. Videos. How can local field be watch history? Okay, watch history from the users, that's fine. So local field is gonna be the watch history, foreign field is gonna be ID, and then I will be getting watch history only. So I got my watch history as well, that's fine. So it's like I have many fields right now. What all fields I have? I don't even get that what is the use of even using this thing over here, because at the end of the day you are looking up from the videos and you are getting the watch history, right? So you could have done the same thing just above. So you are getting the, first of all you are comparing, and then you are getting the watch history. And what was I doing over here? Here I was from the videos, with the help of the watch history I was getting the watch history just like this. So over here I was getting the watch history, over here I'm getting the watch history. So what is the use of repeating the same code? Instead what I can do, that instead once I got my watch history, inside this I'm looking up for the data again, and over here I'm adding the fields. So why not add the watch? Can I use this particular data? Watch history I already got. I mean, this is not even bad if I'm doing it over here. I mean, it has its own point, but there must be a way to do it over here as well. So as soon as I got my watch history, I need to learn about this pipeline thing properly, and I even need to use it in a proper way so that I have deeper understanding of it. But I got my watch history over here. On the basis of the watch history, I got the user information, and I created another honor. I got the honors information. Honor and user, they are gonna be kind of the same, so don't really need to worry about it. But yeah, this is how I'm getting the data and all. And after that, I'm looking for the watch history separately. And when it comes to adding the field, this watch history contains lots of documents. So can I actually say that watch history is gonna be dollar equals to watch history? Again, I'll have to have a, again this can be definitely be shorter, not a big it can definitely be like that, but I'll have to just do it practically. But yeah, it's not like it is not understandable. From here, from this particular pipeline, I got the information about the user. From this particular pipeline, I'm getting the watch histories and all, and you are sorted. That's it. And the main job was to get the watch history. So you are not only getting the watch history, rather along with the watch history, you are getting the information of the user first name, user's last name and all, and you are getting the information of the owner of the video. Having said that, over here what I'm saying, that I'm getting full name, I'm getting username, I'm getting avatar. Okay, avatar, how is this pronounced? Never mind, let's keep it avatar for now. So I'm getting this much, and then this is the pipeline, and from that wash history only I'm getting the owner. So I'm just simply even adding this particular field. So the owner and this user information, they are gonna be the similar, if I'm not wrong. Kind of they should be similar, because from the owner only, users, owner and all, I'm getting this. So a full name, username and avatar, I'm getting them separately so that I can use them directly. But at the end of the day, this owner field will almost have the same things, and also only when I run it and get the result and also I will know it. But ultimately owner's name and this full name will not be different, they are gonna be same. So this thing is done too. Ultimately overall idea I have, and then Control Shift F. So this much I've gone through, and a comment Control Shift F, come on, and I have to search aggregation over here. Aggregation, come on, is this not right? Aggregation, running crazy. Aggregation, sorry, aggregate, not aggregation, aggregate, right? So done with this as well. Let's even collapse this. After that, let's go to comments, and I'm using aggregation over here as well, if I'm not wrong. Mongoose aggregate. Okay, this is insane. This is actually Mongoose aggregate paginate. Mongoose aggregate paginate V2. We'll have to learn about it. Never mind, not any big problem. Video. Well, it turns out that mostly aggregation is being used in that user section, and this is the plugin that I'm actually using over here. Again, it actually enhances the feature of Mongoose, and this is plugin's name is Mongoose aggregate paginate. What does this do? Good thing, bad thing, whatever you call that, I've forgotten. That simply means that I'll have to just look for it online and know more about it, exactly what it does. Ultimately, this is the project that I have to work on now. So we'll be working on it. Never mind. First of all, let's go through it. So the further coming days are gonna be actually exciting, where the complexity of the projects is actually going to be increasing. A page-based custom aggregate pagination a page-based custom aggregate pagination library for Mongoose with customized labels. If you are looking for a basic query pagination library without aggregate, use this one Mongoose paginate, npm install and all. How it works? So first of all, I'll use this inside my schema and all, that's fine. How will I use it inside the model and also options? Page is gonna be 1, limit is gonna be 10. So aggregate my model just a sec. My model aggregate, fine. My model aggregate pagination. My aggregate, ultimately this particular model. Options, ultimately these options. Then I will get my result, and once I got result, that's it. It does the simple thing. I mean, it asks for two things. It asks for the model, and it asks for the page, like which page you are on, and it asks for the limit, like how many documents you actually want. So you can give it the page number, like I'm on the page number 5 and I want only 10 documents. So after calculating these things, okay, in further coming 4 pages you have already gone through 40 page documents and all, so it will be giving the remaining 10 documents. It's just like that. That's understandable. Not even that much difficult. So yeah, it will do the job really well. So it is mainly used for pagination and all. So if you want to use the pagination in your website, this is gonna be helpful for that. Fine with this as well. So ultimately this is how the things are. I mean, aggregation does seem hard, but once you get in the habit of using the things and all, it becomes easy. It becomes as easy as anything else could be. I'm happy for that. I've learned it. I can say that. One more thing. Aggregation sub pipelines. Aggregation pipelines, because I've seen so many examples where under lookup another pipeline is being used over and over. So didn't get that. Let's look for lookup, and yeah, if you are a coder, get in the habit of going through the documentation. The more you go through that, the more used to, you will get to the documentation. By the way, I had a lookup field, dollar lookup aggregation stage. This is how I look up the things. Wow, it is saying that, come on, how could I even missed this? Like when I went to the lookup, at that time from field is here, local field is here, foreign field is here, let field is here, and pipeline field is here. How they are used, I have no idea. Pipeline, I already know that you can actually create another pipeline, and whatever data you get from here, that same data will be used at the as an input for that particular pipeline. As for this let, I will have to explore more. So let's go through this let. This is optional, and what it does, let local foreign let, it specifies variables to use in the pipeline stages. Use the variables expressions to access the fields from the local collections documents that are input pipeline to reference. Okay, got it. Pipeline optional specify pipeline to run on the foreign collection. The pipeline returns documents from the foreign collections to return all the documents specified in empty pipeline. Okay, let's go through some of the examples. I just hope I will get them. This is just a simple thing. Don't I have examples over here? Turns out it is just giving me the example of another pipeline. Simply use another pipeline. Inside that particular pipeline, you will have you can create many sub pipelines. Ultimately, this is gonna be just a kind of just a key that actually specifies that you are actually creating a pipeline, and inside that you can have many pipelines. And then I'm using search operator to just simply search the values and all. Fine. Okay, I'm just simply start inserting dollar lookup from locals foreign, simple, easy peasy, and this is the result that I'm getting. What is the next thing? Next example, I must say, again this is also easy. I'm looking for some better example. Okay, this is gonna be amazing. What am I doing over here? First of all, I'm looking up for the data. So from items, local field is gonna be item, foreign field is gonna be item. So what is item? Item is actually the name. So on the basis of the name, I'm looking for the data, and from items, I'm simply getting them as from items. Not only that, after that I'm replacing the root. Replacing the root in the sense, your previous root will be replaced. Root in the sense, the whole object that you have, that whole object will be gone, and you will be creating new object in place of that. It's just like that. So new root is gonna be merge objects dollar. This is again an operator, merge objects, and this is the array that I have, merged objects, and inside this I have don't take it lightly. What is happening over here? Learning never ends. Keep going through that. What else? So either. Okay, this is the new root that I'm creating. That is fine. Inside that particular new root, I have a what is this? Dollar merge objects. This is again an operator. This operator simply merges. What is merges over here? Again, there's gonna be an array, and inside that particular array, I have array element at from items 0. So the element that is at 0th index from items, I will be getting that over here. This is the first thing, and then dollar root. What is this? Do not ask me. I'll have to go through that. Never mind. Oh, okay, this is not even needed right now. The only thing is that I wanted to go through the pipelines. This is the pipeline that's being used over here. As for that root, I will go through that. I'll dig deeper, but before that, I need to at least have the basic information, like how things work and all. By the way, from warehouse, local field is gonna be item, foreign field is gonna be stock item. Again, items name and stock items name, if they are similar, that will be looked for. And let order quantity is gonna be dollar ordered. Where is this coming from? This is coming from where? Yeah, I have orders, I have warehouses. Ordered is this, and I'm looking for from order side. This particular side I'm looking. That simply means that if I'm saying that order quantity is dollar orders, ordered, that means this dollar ordered is actually coming from orders. That means everything that is inside that particular collection that you are running aggregation on, you can easily get the variables from them, and once you got the variables from them, you can keep the variables in any variable and all, and that's it. So that variable will be created, and once you have got that particular variable, then you can use that variable inside the pipeline. Again, as this is the variable, so whenever you create a variable, you don't use $1, rather you use $. This is the sign for variables. So variables like this is let is a variable over here. So whenever you create a variable, so in order to use that, you will have to use $. In stock, what is this in stock? In stock is actually a field. Where is this coming from? I have to check. So this in stock is coming from this particular warehouse. So of course, what you are doing here, using this much, you are getting the information like data from the warehouse, and looking for the data from the warehouse, so you will get the data. Once you got the data, then you are even creating this variable. Once you created that variable, so right now you have the data of the warehouse from the warehouse of the matched documents, and once you have that, inside this you are creating another pipeline, and then first thing is that you are using $match for matching the things, keeping in mind you already have the data over here from the warehouse, and just after that I'm just matching the things. On which basis am I matching? This is gonna be crazy. So dollar expression, and again expression is used for matching two things, like in expression is let me explain properly, I can't even do that, but never mind, I hope you will be able to understand. So $match is used for matching, that is for sure, but inside that I have another object, and inside this I am using expression. Expression again will have an object, and that particular object will have some kind of operator, and again this is a normal expression. So if you know Mongoose, so there is an operator called expression. That's the same way it's being used over here. So inside match you are using expression, and on the basis of the expression you are just simply matching the things and all. So you are just simply checking that whether greater than or equals to in stock, and then dollar ordered quantity. So you are just simply checking the items that you have in stock, whether they are greater in quantity than the orders that has been the items that has been ordered. So if the quantity is greater, that means you can sell them. If the quantity is not greater, that means you cannot sell them. And once this particular thing is done, then you are projecting the things. What all you are projecting? You are projecting the stock item, you are projecting the ID. Again, stock item is 0 in the sense that will not be visible, that will be hidden. So if you are making anything 0, that means those things are gonna be hidden, remaining things you will be getting. So you are saying that stock item will be 0, because of course if you are sending your data from the database, you don't want to tell the customer, okay, these many stocked items you have, right? That will be crazy. So that is the sensitive information that you would like to keep hidden, and that is why you are just simply hiding it over here, and you are getting the data as a stock data. Again, good to go with gonna be hard initially, but yeah, it is not like it is the hardest thing ever. And the best thing is of this particular website is that you are getting the examples, you are getting this example, you are getting this example, import them, like insert them, and once the data is actually inserted, use this particular query, and done with that. So this is how we go ahead with the things. The thing is that I know I need to learn about Mongoose more, and I'll keep learning it. This is just the starting, why not? From today onwards, I need to pledge that okay, I will learn about Mongoose and all. By the way, over here at the end of the day, I'm getting item, I'm getting price, I'm getting ordered, and I'm getting stock data. Again, stock data is coming from the warehouse, and also this thing is here. Okay, bro, here we are. Same dollar lookup from holidays and pipeline. If you are just directly using pipeline, so you don't even need to mention from and local field, foreign field and local field. You will get all the data. Once you got all the data, you are looking up from holidays. So from holidays you will get all the data. Once you got all the data, you are just simply matching it, then projecting it, then replacing the row. Easy peasy. Okay, I mean this should be enough for today. Come on, what time is it? It's 8 past 11. Crazy. What is the next thing that we can do? From tomorrow onwards, I will mainly focus on the projects. As for the learning, that will keep going on. Whenever I will get the chance of learning new things about aggregation, I will be coming to this particular website. I will be learning the things and all. The best thing is of this particular website is that you have proper examples, so it would be easy to learn. That's amazing. By the way, this learning will keep going on forever, so not really worried about that much. Right now, the next thing that's gonna be learning about GenAI stuff. So let me change the title of the video. It's not gonna be over yet. I have to learn something or the other about GenAI. Even in Python, I have to learn about fast API. It is not hard, but it will take time, right? So things are gonna be the same. The way you create Express server, the same way you can create a server using fast API. The only thing is that this server is gonna be in Python and Express server is in JavaScript. So it's gonna be easy peasy. The thing is that I just found I happen to learn it just 2 days ago, if I'm not wrong. And then there is really a good documentation over here. You can learn about it from here. Click on this first step, and that's it. The documentation, I really like it the most. They have mentioned everything. So if you know Express, this is gonna be nothing for you. I mean, you already know that, okay, you will be getting fast API. This is kind of a method. This simply gives you the app, then you can call that app. The thing is that I don't know how to listen here. But yeah, this is how it's done. So once you got the app, and then you can call get method on that, and this is the function that is actually running after that. So things are even easy here. I mean, it's not that much difficult. I'm just looking for the right time when I have enough time, so I can actually learn about fast API. Fast API makes the work really fast. Why do I want to learn it? So that, yo, hello, good to see you bro here. And what, as you are here, why not do it? I mean, I wanted to learn something in GenAI today, right? So why not learn about fast API? Gonna be crazy idea. Why not? So this is how it actually starts from here. Again, things are easy peasy over here. So let's even do it. I'm gonna be keeping it on the left side, and the remaining things are gonna be the right side. Okay, sorry, crazy. I'm actually gonna be learning about fast API over there. I will be creating a server, and that server will be just handling this stuff and all. If you know Express server, that's gonna be easy peasy to understand. By the way, Mac. Not really. This is Ubuntu. It may seem like Mac, but the thing is that I have my PC and I installed Ubuntu, and these because of an extension that I'm using over here, that it seems to be a Mac, but this is not Mac at all. But yeah, feature wise, I have tried to make it a Mac level. God damn, did you customize it? Yeah, Linux can be customized. First of all, normal Ubuntu looks really simple. There are nothing like, it is like UI, the most basic UI ever you get on Linux. Then you can use lots of extensions and you can customize it. And right now, this is the best customization for me, at least right now. Looks like a Mac. It is amazing. I mean, I cannot appreciate it enough. Agreed. Default looks ugly. Got it. Arc user here, by the way. Arc user here. Arc. I'm sorry. So is this kind of a distro? Arc. Oh yeah. This is the distro. How does this look like? You can customize it over here as well in the Arc. Got that? Here we are. The customization, you just need to use Genome, and using Genome you can just customize it. So Arc Genome can be used in the Arc as well. So you can just make it look like mine as well over there as well. So Arc is just like Windows, if I'm not wrong, right? I mean, it does seem to be like that. So it is window-like distro of Linux, if I'm not wrong. Yep, Linux for the window, bro, really. Okay, got that. I directly switched to Ubuntu. Even I switched to Kali Linux. Just on my Windows, I had what? I forgot the name. Seriously, I forgot the name. Never mind, I forgot the name. But yeah, I had a virtual machine. Come on, yeah. I had a virtual machine, and over there I installed WS, not a virtual machine. That was, I think that's the same. That's how it is pronounced. So that was something called virtual machine. Over there, I actually installed Kali Linux. So I have worked with that too. So it was fun working with Kali Linux as well. Let's continue from here on. So first thing is that this is gonna be the first way, the simplest fast API could look like this. Over, you will be importing fast API from here, then done. Okay, let's do it. So first of all, I need to create a new document, a new Control-Shift-N, and this is gonna be fast API. Done. And let's keep it here and open with the code. Gonna be fun working with this. I don't know why, but I like to know about the fast API because I know Express and I know that things are gonna be the same. The overall funda, the overall base is gonna be the same, so why not know that too? So it's gonna be amazing. So first of all, I'm gonna be using Python over here, that is for sure. So I will be creating a virtual environment so that whatever packages I install, those packages are gonna be inside the virtual environment only. So that will be altogether a environment for working with the things. So Python 3 -m venv, another venv is just the name of that. So that has been created. Now I have to activate it. So for activating it, source and sourc source and venv. Let's give it the right path. venv slash bin/activate. I think yeah, activate, run it. And has it been activated? No, okay, it has been activated. So you are getting the name over here, venv, that means it has been activated. Right now whatever you will install, that will be installed inside this particular virtual environment. So inside lib you are getting just pip and this, and as soon as you install more packages, you will be getting the modules, all those modules over here. So let's even do that. What I want to install right now, I want to install fast API. So let's go to the installation first of all. So for going through the installation, come on, fast API, how can I install it? I think it should be simple, pip install for fast API, but it's better to confirm it, right? Going to learn Docker now. Good night, bro. Amazing. Let me know what all you learn in the Docker. I would love to know about the progress of yours. By the way, get in touch if it is possible for you. There's a link in the description. Text me after joining that. The number starts with 9301. So whichever number starts with 930163, text me over there. I would love to know about the journey of yours. By the way, good night. How can I install it? Fast API, people. Seriously, okay, let's install it directly. I don't know. I mean, I hope it's gonna be right. Should I message on the group or personally, bro? Just message me personally. Just message me in the group as well. Just say hi, bro. I will be just texting you back. Either in the group or personally, depends on you. But I would love to know the things that you are learning. So we will be catching up sometime. I think let's guess over here. People install fast API. I hope this is right. It got installed. Actually, I never expected this thing to happen. Cool, bro. What are you timings for the live streams? I'll try to be live almost all the day. It's like usually it will at least tomorrow. What time is it? 11. So 6, 7, 8. By 7 o'clock, 7:30. So yeah, by 7:30 or something, I will be live in the morning tomorrow. Again, and I'll try to be consistent as much as I can. Because yeah, I mean, because of work, then I have to just be busy with that. But yeah, if I do not have work, I'll try to be live more often. This is something that I really need to keep in mind. Okay, by the way, this thing is done. After that, just a sec, let's search directly over here. How to install fast API. And damn, keep grinding, bro. Balancing job to no, not job in the sense household chores. I do not have any job. I have household chores, in the sense I am in my village, so I have to take care of the things happening around me as well. So that's what don't expect me to have a job. I do not have a job. Pip install fast API standard. Okay, I can relate. Yeah. It's just like that. Let's catch up soon. Yeah, definitely. See you soon. See you soon. Mafia Gamer. That's the username you have. Nice one. See you soon, bro. Fast API. They haven't mentioned. How can I actually? No, they have mentioned it. Sorry, I was blaming them for nothing. Sorry. This is the one that I can use. Copy it. And the bad thing is that so many packages have been installed. So pip, I think I just hope that I can uninstall. So pip uninstall fast API. Can I do that? Yes. That's not done yet. Never mind. Let's simply install the main one. This is not the one that I need to install. But the good thing is that they do provide that over here. I didn't even check this initially. Let's simply copy it. Can I copy it today? Seriously? Control C, Control Shift V, run it. And right now that's going to install. That's a good thing. Once this is installed, then I can start working on this. So just inside this, I will be creating main.py over here to just work with the things. So main.py, and inside this I will be writing my code. That's fine. And let's try to do that. Let's create a basic server. Let's click on learn, because of course I'm gonna be learning. And let's click on I think features, learn, and Python types intro, concurrency, environment variables, virtual tutorial guide from first step. Overall things we know, right? Yeah, let's start it from here. First of all, I'm gonna be importing fast API from fast API, and after that this app is created. After that app.get, this is gonna be the root route, and after that this is gonna be the function name. Root, again the function name can be anything, it depends on you. And I'm just simply gonna be returning an object that would say message is gonna be hello world. Simple, easy peasy, right? So why not, let's do that. So from fast API import fast. This is gonna be the class name. So this is the class name. Fast API is the class name. After that app is gonna be equals to fast API. That's it. And not only that, once this is done, then you will be creating a method. Method is gonna be get. Again, you will have to use @ for that. So @app.get, and that's gonna be the path is gonna be root, and just below that you will be creating a function, and function is gonna be like root. I hope this is how it's done. And once this is done, then you will be returning an object. Object will say message, and message is gonna be, I'm definitely missing something, but never mind. Message is gonna be hi there, just like that. What am I missing over here? There is something that I missed. Something async I missed. Okay, this is pretty. And again, you need async for await. So if you wanna use await, why do you need await? You need to await the things, right? You need to await so that the work gets done and all. That's it. What is the next thing that I can do? Copy main.py, and in order to run it, you have to just simply run fast dev and main.py. It will automatically start running that. So why not, let's give it a try. And this is gonna be amazing. Fast API starting and all done. And let's even go through this, what exactly they are showing. Fast API, you have to run this particular command. That's great. Starting development server, searching for packages structure from directories with init files, importing main.py module, importing the fast API. This is just the information they give you, the information about the code. App using string main.app. Server is running on, by default the server runs on 8000 port. That's fine. Documentation will be okay. Not only that, the best thing is that if you are using fast API, your documentation of your app, this is crazy. The app that you are actually building, the server that you built, the documentation of that particular server will automatically be generated. How great thing that is. Running in development for production use, fast API logs will watch changes in these directories. Okay, fine. Unicorn, press Control C to quit. Started reload. using watch files. Done. Let's do that, why not? And after that I have unicorn running on this particular press control to hit control C. Check open your browser at this particular URL. You will see message hello world interactive page. Go to docs, and from here you can just interact it. Alternatively API docs, redoc, that's fine, you can interact with this as well. Open, let's do this much, and then I will be going through the content. If I have created the server, that's it. This is how you create the server in Python, nothing else. And once the server is actually created, you have to do nothing, just run fast API dev and the file name main.py. If you run it, congratulations, here the server is running right now. So this is amazing. The server is actually running on HTTP this port. So if I just click on this is open, and I'm getting my message, hi there. Nothing could be better than this, seriously. And not only that, I can directly make a request from here, from my terminal, Control Shift R, and this is the Thunderbolt that I'm actually using, Control Shift E. And if I just change the URL over here, HTTP localhost 8000 slash what, nothing, just 8000. If I send the request, I'm getting the message, created a first server ever in Python. And that's the most easiest way. In Express even you need to write so much code, right? You must have written that, but in Python it's so much easy. Let's continue. Just after that, what is the next thing that I need to learn? The next thing is going to be even not only that, you can go through the documentation as well. So if I go here and just write doc at the end, so slash doc docs, that's it. So I'm redirected here, and right now I'm getting only one thing. This is the root. As I said, the documentation automatically gets created. So if you click on this, you know about your about the routes that you have. So by default I have a root, I have a get route, that is the route is slash only, that is the root, the name is the root. And below that there are no parameters, it doesn't take any parameters, there is no response and all. And the success is 200, successful response application JSON, that's fine. And the value is in the form of string. And schema is what? Schema is any, I mean there's no schema at all, that's fine. And that is it. You can even try it out. So if you just click on this, and you can execute it directly. If it were a post method, you would get the option to just enter the values over here. Right now you can just simply execute it, and once it is executed, you are getting your result. So curl x1 2000 all, this was the curl command that actually ran to get the URL to make a request to your database. This was the URL. This is the response that you got, this is the response headers that you got, and that's it, you are done with that. I mean nothing else. Super easy peasy thing. Like once you come here, you can directly make a request to the database and you will be done. By the way, not only that, you are getting this curl command. So if you know curl is actually used for making request to the database and all. So x I don't even know how it works, but I know that it is used for making requests. Get is for getting the get method. This is just simple, the URL. H is for headers. So X is for the types of the request. This is the URL. This is the header type. I hope this is how it goes on. Alrighty, let's continue. Glad to have this chance to learn about Fast API right now. Okay. By the way, OpenAI Fast API generates a schema. Okay. Fast API generates a schema with all your API using a Open API standard. For Fast API generates a schema with all your Open API your API using the Open API standard for defining API. A schema is a definition or description of something, not the code that implements it, but just an abstraction description. API schema. Okay, got it. Data schema, API schema. In this case, Open API. This okay is a specification that dictates how to define a schema for your API. This schema, fine. Data schema. Okay, I don't really need to go through it much right now. What is OpenAI for? Deploy optional. You can optionally deploy your Fast API to Fast Cloud and go and join the waiting list if you have one. If you already have a Fast API cloud, we invited you from the waiting list. You can deploy your application with one command. Fast API login. you are logged in, then fast API deploy. Wow, seriously, you can create your server, you can deploy, and that's it, done. Deploying fast API cloud, ready, done. Yeah, amazing. Recap step by step. First of all, you learned about this thing. Fast API is a Python class Fast API is a Python class that provides all the functionalities for your API. That is right. Fast API is a class that inherits directly from Starlet. Okay, so this fast API inherits from Starlet and all. You can use all the Starlet functionalities with the fast API too, because it is simply inherits the things. So fast API, this done, and create a path optional. Path here refers to the last part of the URL string. Okay, yeah, we can create that, that's fine. A path is also commonly called endpoint or route, that's fine. Operation, we have post, get, put, delete, and other exotic options, set, patch, trace. In HTTP protocol you can communicate with, okay, fine. When API you normally use this HTTP, okay, normally we use these ones, that's fine. And then just a sec. In OpenAI, each of the HTTP methods are called operation. In OpenAPI, each of HTTP methods are called operation. So get operation, post operation and all. But even before that, yeah, I mean, I'm going so fast. There's one thing that I missed over here, that is how can I actually deploy my application. So I have to just go here, create the account. Let's see, join the waiting list. You code vcloud. Deploy your fast app in seconds. Just run one command. Let's try to join the waiting list. Gonna be giving the one audiobook, this particular ID. Again, these are just for the basic uses, code related uses. That is why too much. Name, Vipan Singh Patel. Organization, Unstoppable Academy. Unstoppable Academy. Total size 1 to 10. I mean, इतना ही तो ऑप्शन दिया. Role, add YouTuber. That's it. Coder should be fine. Forget about YouTuber. Location, Satna, Madhya Pradesh. Hosting, how do you plan to use fast API? Hosting my cloud system. Hosting my server. Secret code optional. Thank you for making it optional. Let's simply submit it. Thank you for joining. We will notify you as soon as fast API cloud is ready for you to use. This is insane. But let's see whether I got any email or not. I don't know why, but there was a time I haven't got that. Recently, I like learning the things from the documentation on my own. Like, I like exploring. For a long time, I was in the habit of learning from the particular teacher. So if whatever he teaches, that's it, not more than that. I cannot learn more than that. But now it's like fun exploring the things on my own. So if there is a video on fast API and there is this documentation, if it is well written, I would like to go through the documentation. I will learn a lot, and you remember it like longer, whatever you learn on your own, just going through the stuff and all. So this is not a tutorial hell, this is actually hands-on practice learning. Okay, by the way, I will be getting notified, but this is really important. Fast API login and all. One thing I can do that, let's do one thing. Let's go to the coding, the code, software, and fish, React, not this one, GenAI, and deployment, integration, local deployment. Do I have fast API over here? Yeah, I do have the fast API over here. This was the basic code that I learned for the first time. Let's create a page over here, and what page? Yeah, a page. This is gonna be fast API, and inside this I have code. So I have the basic code over here. The first basic code was to install it, and that I think it is fine. Let's click on this. Let's click on this one. Let's go to the home page first of all. Just a sec, give me a moment. It's better to just document the thing so that I don't have to go through it all over and over. So this was the first command that actually ran. Control C, and simply come here, paste it here, done. Again, this is gonna be Python. I like making notes, honestly, whether I go through them ever or not, but I do make them so that things are at one place. By the way, let's close this, and just after that, what I learned over here, just after this, I learned the basic structure of it, not really needed. Then I learned how you can simply run it, fast API dev main.py. So the second command I ran this. Let's continue from here on. The next command that I actually ran, that was nothing. And then there's a lot to learn, that's definitely there. Okay, let's close this, and let's do not close it. Let's continue from here on. So this thing is done. After that, fast API, I've almost gone through all the things, so I don't need to worry about it. Let's zoom in a bit, and just after that, I've gone through this. Okay, fine. And what was I going through just up by coming here? Nothing, I was just trying to log in here, that's fine. Let's continue. So far we've gone through almost most of the things. The most important thing is that these methods, they are called options here in Python. So get option, post option and all, and just this much is fine. Then we are gonna be learning a define path operation decorator. This is the one, path operation decorator. So in API, each of the HTTP methods are called operation, that's fine. We are going to call them operations too, that's fine. Define a path operation decorator. This is @app, as simple as that. And then after that, you can just define the path. @app tells fast API that function right below is in charge of handling requests to go to this particular path using this particular operation. Operation in the sense method. In Express, we call it method, get method, post method. And even they are called verbs, if you remember. So get verb, post verb, put verb, right? By the way, let's continue. @decorator info, something syntax in Python. Can I zoom it a bit? Just like this, yeah. So something in Python called decorator. You put yeah, okay, I don't need to read more about it. Path operation decorator, it is put at the beginning. So @post, @put, @delete and all. And more exotic ones. What does this exotic means? First of all, ये तो समझता हूँ. Exotic means unusual or interesting because it comes from a different country or culture. So what does to be exotic means? Something is unusual, interesting or interesting. Okay, exotic, unusual, fine. So these are the ones. By the way, you are free to use each operation HTTP methods that you wish. Fine, thank you. Each define path operation function. Just a sec. Define path operation. That's fine. Path operation function / get. Inside get we define that just like this. Fine. This is Python function. Fine. You could also define it as a normal function. Normal function means what? Okay, the thing is that over here I made it async function, right? So they're saying that you can define it as a normal function and all. So this is also fine. After that, if you don't know the difference between the check async in hurry. If you are using third-party libraries that tell you call them with await like results, this documentation is amazing, seriously. Results is gonna be await this, then declare your path operation functions with async like this. Then this await, we need to await for the things. You can only use await inside functions created with async def. If you are using third party, I'm done with this. I already know what is the use of it, so I'm not gonna be going through that. Return content, and then this is how I'm returning the content. Deploy it. Again, for deploying it, I need to go here and I need to use fast API cloud and all. Wow, I cannot appreciate the team of fast API enough. Like, import fast API, create a app instance. You have the whole recap thing here. Do you need anything else? Let's click on path parameters. The second thing I will be learning, that is the path parameters. How you can get these parameters over here from here. Again, getting them is really easy. Like, They are so easily accessible. We do not have something called request response over here, but again, things are actually easily like you can get them easily. So for getting them, you are just gonna be using item ID, and then you will be able to get that. So let's try it directly. By the way, items item ID. So let's do it over here. This is gonna be the just the normal route. After apart from this one, I will be creating one more route. So @app.get and /items, and I will be getting the item ID over here. So item ID just here, and just after that I will be returning, but I will be returning item ID, and that item ID is gonna be what? Item ID is gonna be item ID, just like this. By the way, this is not how it's done, so I have to check it out, like whether what is the right way to do it. Sorry, my bad. I even forgot the right structure of it. So this is just the method that you have defined over here. Just after that, you will have to create a function. So let's create a async function just here, async def, and you will get your item ID over here directly. So you can just simply access that, and once you got your item ID, first of all you need to give it the name as well. So name can be anything, name can be items, and all depends on you, and name doesn't really make any difference. Simply return from here, and you will be just returning items. I can even directly write it items, and item ID is gonna be equals to item ID. By the way, I can even keep it like this, can't I? I just hope I can keep it. Let's simply try to run it. It's already running or not? First of all, they're saying that expression expected key and value. Wow. Okay, fine. It does not work. In JavaScript, you can do it like this. Here you cannot. Never mind. I think this should be fine. JavaScript concept I was trying to use here too. Interesting. By the way, once this thing is done, then I will be going here in my documentation, and right now if I reload the page, I will have two routes. This is the first route, and this is the second route that I have created. Inside this particular route, I can enter my ID. So let's click on try it out. I will be entering the ID. So just let's give it the ID 1, and let's try to execute it. And right now I'm getting the data 1. It is not that much understandable. So let's do one thing. Close this particular thing from here. Let's go to local. Even this is not understandable. So what is more understandable? The more understandable can be a request sender from here. So from here, what I want to go to items. The path is items, and I wanna give the ID 1. If I just send from here, I'm getting the ID 1. If I say hi there, ID will be hi there, just like that. THERE. ID will be hi there, hi there. Wow, sorry, I made a mistake. What is that mistake in the code? The mistake is that I'm using item ID is equal to item ID. Let me keep this item ID inside an string so that it doesn't get changed as the item ID changes. So come on, I'm not gonna be using this. By the way, this documentation is automatically getting created if you are working with this. So item ID is gonna be hi there. I mean, this is insanely amazing. Okay, let's continue from here on. So I hope I haven't missed anything. Control Alt tab, and let's come here. So this is the thing that I have learned. Again, this read item, this item, ultimately functions name can actually be anything, so don't worry about that. And item ID is gonna be this, that's fine. And then so path parameters with the types, Okay, one more thing, you can give the types over here. These types, few types are gonna be by default, and another types you will be getting from typing. This is kind of a module in Python, so you will be getting the types from there. And even there is something called Pydantic, so you will be getting the types from there as well. So never mind, we will be learning about them. But yeah, you can define the type, that the ID that you are getting, that is the type of integer. So let's even do that. The ID that I'm gonna be getting, that it will be type of integer. That means I cannot give assign a string over here. By the way, it should be fine. Let's simply try to send the request again. If I send the request like this right now, I will be getting an error because I'm actually giving it a string. Run it, and then what am I getting? Detail int parsing. While parsing, it got the error. And location is path item ID. Input should be valid integer. Unable to parse string as an integer. Input was high there. That was the problematic thing. Let's enter 1 over here. That's it. Let's send the value. I'm getting the result over here. Fine. Alt tab. fun, done, not fun. Item ID is declared done. This will give you editor support inside of your function with error checks and completion. Check. Okay, ultimately this int, the type that I'm actually giving, this will give you editor support inside of your function. Editor support in the sense it will check the values what you enter with error checks and completion, etc. So yeah, that's what it is used for. Then if you run this example in your browser, item 3, you will get this. That's fine. Notice that a value your function received or return is 3 python int. Notice that value, the value your function received and returned is 3 as python integer, not as this. Yeah, wow, amazing. Not quite amazing, but yeah, this is also one of the features. The thing is that in Express, the parameters that you get, they automatically be in the string format, right? You need to parse them in the integer format. Over here in Python, the parameters that we actually get, they are already in the integer format. If you are actually sending them in the integer format, so they are automatically parsed. So if there is a number, that number will automatically be passed to a number, so that you get in the integer format. It's just like that. In Express, it does not happen like that. We have to pass the things manually. But again, this is also one of the things. By the way, if there is any error, if you say give anything, we already got this error. That's fine, because this checker. So with the same Python declaration, fast API gives you data validation. Notice that error also clearly states exactly the point where the error. Okay, fine. Documentation, and when you open your this documentation, you will be getting this item ID. You can just enter the. We have even done this thing as well. Like you can click on try out. Again, just with that same Python type declaration, fast API gives you automatic interactive documentation integration. Yeah, we got that too. Standards based benefits, alternative standards based benefits, alternative documentation. You can use redoc and it will give you the same. Things are changed. Let's check the difference between them. This is the first documentation that I have. Okay, and there's another documentation. Copy it and let's check the difference between them. Paste it, and I will just simply be writing redoc over here, right? Wow, there is difference between the documentation. The documentation is like this. You are getting the things like this, and in the redoc you are getting the function names, function names, ultimately methods names, just like this. So this is the root related stuff I get over here. Again, depends on you which way you prefer. And this is gonna be the successful response get. You should be able to execute it from here. Let's try to do that. Successful response is gonna be like this. Validation, done, get. Is there any way to run it, or there is no way? Download, open it. What is this? JSON. Sorry, never mind. So there's no. Okay, this is the data that I got. And turns out that I don't even want that, so let's close this. Don't I have any way to run the code over here? Like here I have the way to, like I can try it out from here, but over here, root response, okay, get a method, and this is the one. Okay, application JSON, null, fine. Required item, path parameters, item ID, successful response, validation response, get. Application JSON. It simply gives you the. Okay, over here you cannot really make a request. So from the documentation you can from this doc page you can actually make a request from here. From here you cannot make a request, rather you get the things in the better format. In a better format. That's it. Fine. Didn't know about this as well. Crazy. I'm learning it for the first time. How would I know that? Okay, all the data validation is performed under hood Pydantic. Yeah, so you can get all the benefits from it, and you know you are good in hands. Okay, you are in good hands. Okay, you can use the same type declaration with string float, boolean, blah blah blah. Order matters. When creating path operations, you can find the situations where you have to fix the path. User/me. Let's say that it's order matter that I get it. it's to get data about the current user. Then you can also have path like user ID about the specific path, because the path operation are evaluated in order. You need to make sure that the path users me is declared before the this. Yeah, that's fine, because if you actually declare user ID at the front, so whatever, even if you just saying that users me, this me will be treated as an ID and you will get an error. So that is why the common one should be at the top, the ones that you don't want. The static routes should be at the top and the dynamic routes should be at the bottom. It's just simple as that. By the way, users me simply will give me the information of the user. So app.get async def read user me and then return user the current user, and then that's gonna be another method, and user ID def read dot user ID this, and then fine, nothing hard in this, so I will be just simply going ahead. Then users, what is this now? Similarly, you cannot redefine the path operation. Ultimately, we cannot redefine two things at the same time, so that is fine as well. Predefined values, create an enum class. Predefined values, so import enum from enum, fine. Fast API, import fast API, that's also fine. Class model name is gonna be string and enum. I'm creating a class that is actually importing two things, that is extending two things, that is extending string class and that is extending the enum class. And now I have the enums over here, so this enums are created. Now what will I say? That model name, I'm just giving that particular model name over here. This will make sure that the name that I actually get, that name can be this or this, that name cannot be anything else. Model name this, if model name is model name dot this, return model name is model name message and return. By the way, if model name is validated, return this, and this thing is also done. Return model name, this is have some rituals. If you are wondering, AlexNet, ResNet are just names for machine learning models. Okay, never mind. So this is how we can actually create a model here. Interesting. So let's try to do that. Enum, string, and enum. First one is gonna be just a string, second one is gonna be the enum. How it even works? I think if I'm keeping inside this anything, it is simply extending it. So it is extending the string as well, it is extending the enum as well. It's just like that. And then I can just simply go ahead. Let's try to write the same thing. I will be creating the enum. So if I want to create the enum, so first of all, from enum, import enum, first of all this, and now enum is mainly going to be used for making sure that you are sending right kind of values. So class models name or model name, what was the name over there? The name was model name. Okay, model name. It will be taking string, it will be taking enum. Again, I will be taking the help of ChatGPT or whatever AI I have, and I will be understanding it better. By the way, I'll have some of the names over here. First name is gonna be Vipendra, is gonna be equals to Vipendra. Again, I'm creating the enum over here, VIPENDRA, Vipendra. Can I add it? Yeah. Then Rajiv is gonna be equals to Rajiv, and then one more thing I'm gonna be having, Sec is gonna be equals to Sec, just like this. Let's simply add this over here. Okay, these are the names that I have. Username, I must say. What model name? Username. Okay, so I will be creating one more, @app.get. The path is going to be users slash username. That's it. And async def users, ultimately read user name. This name could be anything, depends on you. You can name the function that actually describes your work and all. And I will be getting my username over here, username. And what I said, what I want here, that a username should be from this particular enum that I have created. So user name, and once I got that, I will be printing over here. I'm gonna come on, I can't print over here directly. So what I'll be doing, that I'll simply be returning, and I will be returning let's keep it inside the string. So username, or make it even in capitalized. So username is gonna be equals to what? Username is gonna be equals to a username that I'm getting from here. So alright, this much should be fine. Let's try to run it. So what can I do over here? I will be saying that users slash Vipendra. Let's see, run it. Missing, what am I missing? Query username message field required. I'm missing something, that is fine. Okay, let's have a look at this. So this is gonna be a get request users username. I'm gonna be getting the username. Vipendra is gonna be equals to VIP and dear Vipendra, like this. Query. Wow, never expected this thing. Let's go through it better. Fast API, this thing is done. Then after that, declare path parameter. Fast API model did this. Path parameter get model name. If this return model. Deep learning, this check docs. Inside the docs, wow, I'm gonna be getting 3 options to enter from there. Interesting. Execute it, and then I will be getting what will be the response after that? No example above. Working with Python enumerations, the value of the path parameter will be enumeration member. That's fine. Compare enumeration member, you can compare it with the enumeration member in your created enum model. It simply tells that the value can be only this much. That's it. Fine. And if model dot is model name, then return this particular thing. If model name is model name dot this, then return this. Otherwise, if it model name value is equals to lanet, then return this. Otherwise, you return this. Fine. Just a sec. Just if I look at the top, just over here. Okay, I'm comparing over here. So you can do it both the ways. That's fine. So first of all, I'm simply checking that if model name is equals to AlexNet, then I'm gonna be returning this. If model name is gonna be model name dot value, if I gonna get the value, so I will be even getting the value of the model name that I get from here. So the value, if it equals to this, I will be even using this. Otherwise, I will be just returning the normal response. Get the enumeration value. You can get the actual value, a string in this case, using model dot value. That's fine. Or in general, your enumeration member plus value. Missing. So your model name string. Okay, this thing is done. After that, if model dot value, this is done. You could also access the lanet with the model name plus lanet dot value. Model name lanet dot value, that is possible. Fine, got that. And the return enumeration members, you can return enumeration member from your path operation. Even nested JSON, you can return enumeration members from your path operation, even nested in JSON body dictionary. They will be converted to their corresponding value string. Oh, come on, too much. I wanted to complete this particular section, but let's see how it's gonna be going on. What does this line mean? Return enumeration members. Okay, we have to return, right? So you can return enum members from your path operations, even nested in JSON body. Yeah, that's fine. They will be converted to their corresponding value, this thing in this case, before returning to the client. That's fine, got that. So the thing is that we can return nested things from here, if I'm not wrong. That is what it meant. Okay, done. In your client you will be getting this and this. Fine. Path parameters. Okay, let's first of all check the result out. This much I've done already, and just after that, user slash Vipendra. This is what I should be sending, and if I actually send it from here, type missing. Field is required, input is null. How does this work? Path parameter containing paths. So files, file path, home, John Doe txt file path, OpenAI support, behavior, file paths. Okay, over here we can actually give some kind of extra token and all. That is fine. That can be given, and file path dot string. I will be getting my file path and I can get the token and all. But first of all, I wanna check the result of this here. It is not working as expected. Users, what is the code? The code is pretty simple. Let's make it a string for now. I mean, I will not be even using this one. I will be getting a string, then I should be getting the right response. I'll send it. And, that's still missing. Crazy. Users. App.get users. That means that is not the problem. Username. Oh, come on. Seriously, am I kidding? Username. That's why I was thinking that what is missing and why am I not getting the right response? So right now I should be getting the response. Yeah, Vipendra. And by the way, the enums are mainly used for fixing the data type that you get. So you can only get Vipendra, you can get Rajiv, and you can get only Sek as the parameter. So I wrote Vipendra over here. Let's even change this thing from here. The type is actually gonna be user model, username, just like this, and send it. And this time I'm getting Vipendra. Let's even do that, like if username that I got, username dot value. So username in the sense this particular value you will be getting user, Rajiv, and Sak. You can even get the real value of it, right? It's just like that, user dot value, or even you can say that username is what? Username is username, capital username dot Vipendra dot value. Will I get that? Yeah, just like this. So if it is that, do I need to enter value over there? I need to check it. Let's go a little upwards. Value is not even needed. You can just directly use that the name, and it will be fine. It will check that whether that does exist or not, because this username is this value, this yellow color value we get. So, and user dot Vipendra will give you that value too. And if you wanna get the real value, so you will have to use dot notation over here. That's fine. So username is username Vipendra. If this is equals to this, then I will say user is gonna be equals to VIPENDRA Vipendra. Come on, Vipendra is the user. Simple. Not only that, there's a better way. That better way is gonna be this. Use f string over here, and you will be saying that username dot name. Username dot value. Crazy stuff. And this particular thing gonna be inside a string. So what am I doing over here? First of all, I'm using f string, and then I'm getting the value of that particular username, and then simply returning from here. Again, this should be easy to understand. Not basic Python code. And then username, if username dot value, this time I'm gonna be checking the value, username dot value, if that's triple equals to what? If that's triple equals to Rajiv, right? So either I can use Rajiv over here, and at the end I can say return. Again, user is gonna be what? I'm gonna be using f string, and the same thing, username dot value, and is the user. The name will automatically come here, so you don't need to worry about that. By the way, I just need to use double equals to. In JavaScript we use 3 equals. In Python we don't, so it's okay. I'm in the habit of using JavaScript, so sorry for that. And at the end of the day, if user dot username dot value, if that's triple equals to what? Again, double equals to what? Double equals to username dot Sak dot value. This time I will be getting the value like this, and I will be comparing them. Return. Again, this is just all about practice, because just by knowing the things you will not be good at it, so you will have to practice the things and all, and that's what I'm doing. User name dot value is the user. Let's try to run it and see whether it works and all. So this time I will be using this. Let's enter Vipendra over here. Say enter. Vipendra is the user. Let's enter Sak over here. Sak is the user. Let's enter Rajiv over here. Rajiv is the user. Let's enter Ram over here. In input should be Vipendra, Rajiv or Sak. You have defined it, like your input can either be this or this or this. It cannot be anything else apart from it. So it is like a validation. So what happens that, especially if you are from Express server side, so ultimately from Node.js JavaScript side, so over there you use Zod or Joy to just validate, right? So first of all you get the data, then you validate whether the same kind of fields you have or not. The same thing is done directly over here. You can just create enums, and those enums will be defining whether you will be telling you whether you got the right kind of data or not, as simple as that. So this is really something interesting that I learned over here, and this example is amazing. This example actually covers almost everything that I've learned so far, so I'll be simply pasting this example in my notes. Just here. Sorry. Just like this. Fast API. And that is it. Just an example, don't worry about it. Again, why am I saving it? So that in future I can just simply come back and simply go through the example. I don't wanna go through the documentation over and over. And once I know it overall, things are gonna be easy peasy, but initially I need them, right? So this thing is done. Okay, turns out learned quite a lot today. I never expected that I would be learning this much. Never really. Path parameter, that's fine. Open API support, convert. Using an option directly from Starlet, you can declare a path parameter containing a path using a URL like path, file path, and path. In this case, the name of the parameter file in the last part path tells it the parameter should match any type. Hey? Path. You might need a parameter home Jando file with a slash. In that case, the URL would be files home Jando file slash with the double slashes between files and home. Recap. This thing I didn't get. Yeah. What does this mean? Let's. So far, I got everything. Path parameters containing paths. Okay, let's say you have a path operation with a path file path, but you need file path itself to contain a path like home /jondo/myfile.txt. So the URL for that file would be something like this: files home jondo myfile.txt. So ultimately the default path is this: files and a file path. So if you want to have a file path, you can have that file path over here. So files dot that particular file path. That file path actually should be just simple, right? And that's what I'm having over here. So home jondo this. So this is the file path that I actually entered over there. So this is the file path that got created. That's fine. So what is the use of doing this? Let's say you have a path operation path like this. That's fine. If you need a file path itself containing paths like this, the URL for that particular would be something like that's fine. I mean, it is understandable. You can even enter a file path over here. It's as simple as that. Okay, Open API doesn't support a way to declare a path parameter to contain path inside. Okay, so it is like that is a good thing to do. You can pass path as a parameter, but it does not support that. So that is why it was mentioning it over there. So OpenAI doesn't support a way to declare a path parameter to contain path inside, as that could lead a scenarios that are difficult to test and define. That is right. Nevertheless, you can still do it in Fast API using one of the internal tools from Starlet. Again, what is Starlet? Starlet is again a kind of a class, and Fast API actually inherits Starlet, extends Starlet, and it gets all the properties of that. And the docs would still work, although not adding any documentation telling that parameter should contain a path. Nevertheless, you can still do it in Fast API using one of the internal tools from Starlet, and the docs would still work, although not adding any documentation telling not telling that the parameter should contain a path. Okay, path parameter using an option directly from Starlet, you could declare a path parameter containing a path using URL like this. So file path and path, this simply tell that you can actually use a path inside this particular place, I mean at this place. In this case, the name of the path parameter is file path, and the last part is path tells it that parameter should match any path. Simple. It simply tells that it can have any path inside it. That's not gonna be problematic, and that's what you are gonna be having over here. So read file path is gonna be kind of a string, and this is how it's gonna be done on, done. Should we go ahead with this? Definitely. Let's give it a try. Rather, I'm gonna be having my own examples that have been written by me. Let's create one more over here. @app.get and slash files, again file slash path, any path. So file path and path. What will this path do? I will even remove it and I will show you the difference exactly what happens if I remove that. But first of all, let's go with this. Again, even this async is optional over here because I'm not gonna be awaiting right now. So let's go without async this time. So def and read file path, just like this, and over here you will be getting your path, that file path, anything, file path, not anything, you will have to enter that format is gonna be string, and then you will be returning the file path. So file path is going to be what? File path is going to be file path that you get. That's it, it should be done. And if I try to just do that right now, so files, this time it's gonna be files, and just after that I can have many files. So file/1/2/3/4, let's enter it, and now I'm getting file path is what? Oh, just a sec, made a mistake. There should be colon, there should be colon over here. Let's send it. So file path is gonna be /1/2/3/4. It is just keep going on and on. It is just gonna be like that. So this is even fine. One thing I can do, if I actually remove this path from here, will this still work? It will never work. So run it, and detail not found. It is unable to configure. So if you are mentioning that just path over here, this path simply tells that you can have many paths just after that. You can have a path is actually applied. Otherwise you can just simply have a string. If path is not here, you can just have one string. Ultimately you can have just one over here. So if I can say one is gonna be here, this is fine, one comes. If I try to add 2 over here, it will not come. It will say not found. In order to have it over here, it is like adding path over here. So what is this path thing? In Next.js, if you know Next.js, so you must have learnt about this particular thing. Parameter catcher. I don't even know what is the name of that, something like that. But yeah, you can catch all the path in that particular field. That's the same thing it does here. So it's good to just connect many things from different fields together. So file path is gonna be file path. This thing is done. File path done. Nothing else. Recap is gonna be this. And congratulations, we've gone through quite a lot today. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you for being here. These are the learnings that we've got. Let's copy the whole thing from here, and let's paste it inside this particular section. let me paste it here. I will be just getting my own examples, so it's better to just have the examples written by me. They are easy to understand rather than the examples got from the API, the documentation. And these are the methods that I actually created. They are not quite needed because most of them are exactly same, so I'm not gonna be worried about them. And just these two examples are the methods that I'm gonna be having over here. Okay, so this much I've learned so far, and just this much, but it is not less, right? First of all, we learned about like how you can just simply create the server, basic server. Then I learned about enum. After that, I learned about how you can even get the parameters over here. And not only parameters, how you can get the parameters in the form of the whole path format. So this was just the learning. Again, it takes time, but once you learn that, once the learning is done, you know that, as simple as that. And as for the tomorrow's learning, if I just have a look at this, query parameters are something that I will be learning. So it's not like there is less, there's a lot, actually a lot, but it's not query parameters are less. It's not like there's a lot in that. So there are query parameters, then request body, and I would love to know about all these things. The thing is that it will be great to even learn these many things. That was it, by the way, today. It was great being here with you guys and learning the things and all. I'm gonna be sleeping right now so that I can actually wake up tomorrow. It's already 12 o'clock. I'm gonna be waking up by 7 or something, and then I'll be coming live very soon. It automatically ended or what? Let me check the audio, like this particular thing. Okay, then I'm gonna be catching up tomorrow. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.